What's going on, everyone? I'm Travis Brown. We're here at Bluebell Park at Olsen Field with Trevor Werner, Aggie third baseman. Trevor, how's it going? You ready to get things started?
Oh yeah, super excited for the season, ready to get rolling Friday against Seattle.
Well, I think that the question everyone has on the mind about you is, what does it feel like coming into a season and being healthy? How do you feel, and how does it feel to be able to come in more towards 100%?
Yeah, I mean, ups and downs last year with, the hamate and the oblique early in the season, but, body's feeling great right now and, you know, felt the best I've ever felt, so ready to get after it.
Going back to last season, I know you broke that hamate bone in your hand. It was like on a check swing, I think, wasn't it, or a swing?
So it was in Frisco and I swung and then I felt it and I think I fouled the pitch off and then I ended up, getting back in the box, swung again, my hand came off the bat and that's when I knew like something was up. Coach came out there, took me out and ended up coming back to College Station, x-ray it, and the hook of the hamate was actually broke off. So went in there, got surgery, and then that was that.
Yeah, how weird of a surgery? I mean, how weird of an injury was that? Because it's. I mean, I know it's something that can affect baseball players, but just the spot of it, everything. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, no, it was something I'd always heard of. Like I knew it was a baseball and golf injury. Like I'd never known anybody like personally that had broken their hamate before, but I knew it was something that would happen to baseball players. And so when it happened, that was the first thing that popped in my head. But I was like, didn't really think anything of it. Like just kind of was testing my grip strength, and then swung. My hand came off, and so I knew something was up. And then ended up, coming back here and getting it X-rayed, and sure enough, it was the hamate. So got that taken out, and now it feels great. So
Yeah. At what point of the season last year did you feel like things are back to as close to 100% as possible?
I would say towards the end of the regular season, like Ole Miss SEC tournament, I felt like really comfortable again. So I mean, it was a struggle because I had some nerve problems in the hand. Going through that and then rehabbing every day, just trying to get the grip strength back up, and playing through that was, I mean, honestly, the best rehab was just playing through it and getting used to the pain tolerance part of it. So, but no, I would say SEC tournament, Ole Miss series, around there was when I started feeling good.
Yeah. Well, what would you say has been the focus of your offseason this year, and how are you a different player this year than maybe last year at the end of the year?
Yeah, I mean, coming back, missing, I think it was, I don't know how many weeks it was exactly, but, just didn't really feel like the same player as I did at the beginning of the season. Whether that was on defense or in the box, just getting comfortable. But, I mean, that was part of the reason I went out to play summer ball, was just get the reps that I'd missed during the season. And so, just going out there and getting the reps, working on little things here and there on defense, and then just getting back comfortable and in rhythm in the box was really my main focus. And then other than that, just staying healthy and doing whatever I needed to do to keep my body feeling good.
How much last year of missing the portion that you did last year went into your decision to come back another year, or maybe instead of pursuing a pro at that point in your career?
Yeah, who knows what would have happened if I had a full season, but it is what it is. I ended up back here, and right now I'm not regretting it at all. Like, I mean, I'm back here for a reason, and I want my full season at Texas A&M and to win a national championship. So excited and ready to go.
Yeah, Coach Losenko has mentioned he sees your ceiling as you can be a SEC player of the year. I think, does he call you Secpoy? Yeah. What does that mean to you with the coach? Has that kind of confidence behind you, and what kind of is that a goal that you have for yourself?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's a goal that I've had since he started calling me that last season, and it truly means a lot to come from a guy like that, because he's been around really great players that have had big league careers for a long time and coached at Team USA and had success at TCU. So for him to think that of me and to call me that is a true honor, and I'm ready to go earn it this year.
So we talked about you individually. Now as a team, how is this team different, better, changed, grown from the team that y'all had last year that defied so many expectations?
Yeah. So last year was kind of weird, kind of coming in just for everybody. I mean, we had new coaching staff, a bunch of transfers. Nobody really knew what to expect. And, after going through last season, all the ups and downs and kind of figuring out our identity, I feel like going into this season, we have all that, figured out with, all the guys that returned, me, Bose, Minnick, Targash, JT, and then all the pitchers like Johnston. He's going to play a big role in our team this year. But, just kind of getting all the guys together this year and saying, look, this is how things need to be done, and whether it's in practice or in games. And, just kind of having that, being comfortable with the coaches. Like, we know what to expect from them. They know what to expect from us. we know what things need to look like on a daily basis, and all that good stuff.
I know you're not Coach Schlossnagel and you're not making the lineup card, but as you've gone through practice, how settled do you feel like a defensive starting lineup is kind of falling into place as y'all are coming here into the first weekend?
Yeah, we're a couple days out now, so we have a pretty good idea, but things can change like always, and Coach always says like the starting lineup at day one, opening day, is most likely not going to be the starting lineup at the end of the year. So a lot of things can happen, but I mean, there have been guys that have been consistent spots, so we have a good idea of what things are going to look like opening night.
I think from the outside looking in, starting pitching is maybe the biggest question mark. How have those guys? I know it's all probably going to fall behind Nathan, who returns, Nathan Detmer. How have those guys looked, and how confident are y'all in the guys that could step into some of those roles as well this season?
Yeah, Detmer's looked really good. I mean, just like he finished last season against Notre Dame, he's kind of still that poised, polished starter, and so we have all the confidence in the world with him. And then Cortez has been fighting for a starting spot on the weekend, and he's looked good and really developed his breaking ball more this year. So excited for him. And then Wansing's been in the mix for that too. And he's looked good just from the left side along with Justin Lampkin. I mean, he's been really impressive as an incoming freshman, and I don't think he gave up a hit in the fall, which I think he and Johnston might have been the only two. And I think the last person to do that was Christian Roa, and he's had success. So that says a lot about him.
You return, Austin Bose returns, Brett Minnick returns, all guys who could have maybe pursued the next level. How much did y'all talk through that process? How much did you know what each one was thinking, and what does it mean for this team to have those guys back with veteran experience, but also an Omaha trip too?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that whatever happened, whether us three didn't come back or we ended back up here, we had a love for Texas A&M, and we all ended up back here. So we all kind of know what it feels like to lose the last game in Omaha, and we don't want that feeling again. So that was part of the reason we came back, was to get redemption on that and win a national championship. But we're ready with a new group of guys to do it with the 2023 team.
Do you feel like you're a different player because you have that Omaha trip now? Does it feel like there's a new check mark checked on your kind of player resume?
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like the attitude of been there before, and so you act like it, and just kind of having the confidence to go in there and be like, oh, this is nothing new to us, where other teams might go in there and be like, oh, this is like so cool, never been here before. And there was kind of that feeling last year, but we don't want to just go to Omaha and make the trip there. We want to win the whole thing. And we had the leadership like Troy Clonch and Jacob Palish, who had experience in Omaha last year, and I think Micah Dallas made a trip his freshman year. But, having those guys, last year's team, to look up to and to pass the torch on to us as leaders. Awesome.
I got two really important questions to end this off with you. One, you lose Micah Dallas. Is it just that Nathan Detmer has to carry that much more goofy for the team, or who's going to step up and take the silly place in the dugout?
Yeah, Detmer was kind of his right-hand man last year, so he's kind of solidified the spot there. But, that's a big role to fill, like you said. I mean, with the Pringles and everything. So we'll see who is up to the challenge to, get the fans going in 203 and get the boys going in the dugout.
Do the Pringles make a comeback, or is that like specific to that season's?
Yeah, we've talked about it, and I think that the 2022 team had its identity with the Pringles, but I think we're gonna continue with the 2023 team and see where that takes us.
Okay, okay. And then finally, I was reading through your profile, and the very last sentence on there, I think you know what I'm probably going to ask about here. It says you haven't eaten beef since you watched Rocky and saw him punching the cattle carcasses. What is that about? When did that happen? When did you see the movie, and what's that about?
Yeah, so that was a while ago. I was probably 4 years old, and I think we were sitting in the living room of my first house, and we were just watching TV, flipping through channels, and sure enough, Rocky came on, and it was either my mom or my dad said, or I asked, I was like, wait, what is that? Like, what's he hitting? And my mom's like, that's beef, like cow, like beef fajitas, like that you eat, and that was it. That was the last of it.
So you're just like a strictly chicken pork guy? What?
Yeah, my main two go-tos are, chicken and turkey, but I'll mix in some pork here and there, maybe some pork ribs from Cooper's, or a little barbecue action.
I was about to say Cooper's is a big A&M baseball staple. I mean, what are you going to go with there if you can't have the brisket or whatever?
Yeah, my usual go-to is I go like a pound of turkey and then maybe some pork ribs, or half chicken, and then some sides to go with that. Their green beans are really good. Their ranch potatoes. So.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Good luck to you this season. Thanks
Appreciate
for
you.
joining us. We'll be back with a little more My Aggie Nation podcast after this.